All right, let's take a look at this one. So, step one, simplify if you can. Now in this case, I do see something we can simplify. We can get rid of these parentheses and clean things up by doing distributive property. So 6 times 4 is 24. Minus sign drops down. 6 times z is 6z equals 2z. All right, step two, we don't like the variables on both sides of the equation. It's confusing. So we need to get rid of one of them. Now, once again, if you use that logic that I was showing you, notice the 24. The 24 is fine where it's at, which means my numbers are on the left side of the equation, which means it would be handy if I could get all the variables to the right side. So of all the things that are out of place, it's this one. So what I'm going to do is the opposite. Instead of subtracting 6z, I'm going to add 6z. Those will disappear. I'll get 24 equals 8z. And notice how I'm just down to one step. 8 times z, the opposite is to divide, and I get z equals 3. Okay, I won't do it a second time, but if I had gone the other way and subtracted 2z from both sides on this step, again, I would have ended up with one extra step later on, and just makes it faster. Okay. All right. Now, how about this one? Nothing to simplify, so now I need to separate the variables to one side. Okay, but notice here, I have numbers on both sides too, so it really doesn't matter which one I get rid of. The only thing I might suggest is maybe for a lot of people, you might want to get rid of this one. And the reasoning there to subtract this particular set of y's away is that when I get to this step here, 4.5 minus 2.5, I get 2y. And the reasoning behind that is because if I had done minus 4.5 minus 4.5y, when I subtracted, I would have ended up with negative 2y over here. Not a big deal. We know how to do our negatives, but you know, one less negative in the problem is just one less area to make a mistake on. So I chose to do it that way so that I get positive 2y. Again, it's one of those things that comes with experience, and I think the more you do these, you'll start to see it. All right, now we've got a couple things to do here, so let's do our roadmap. Looks like they've got y, and the first thing they did to it was to multiply by 2 and then subtract 1. So I'm going to pull my U-turn and do the reverse moves in the reverse order. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides. That'll make this 7 equals 2y. They multiplied by 2, so I'm going to divide by 2. And so y equals 3.5 or 3.5.